Celebrities come in all shapes, sizes, and ages. Although it seems like most celebs get their big break early on in their lives, usually in their 20s or possibly even teens, you'd be surprised at how many actually broke out in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. Let's not forget age is just a number, and if you stick with something, your time is bound to come. At least that's what keeps me going as an actor. So today we'll be counting down the top 10 celebrities who got famous in their 40s. How's it going? Jared Bronstein here and welcome to InformOverload. Make sure you're subscribed and click that bell icon to never miss a video, because why would you want to miss a video? I don't know. That's why I'm asking you guys, and you guys can't have an answer because you don't. I'll be replying to some comments and we got some bloopers coming up at the end of this one, but we need to get right into this list. There are a handful of celebrities I never would have thought would be on here, especially number 2. Anyway, let's count down the top 10 celebrities who got famous in their 40s, obviously starting at numero 10. I'm like, what's the Spanish word for 10? In at number 10, Patrick Stewart, most notably known for playing Jean-Luc Picard in the Star Trek series. Stewart didn't land the role until he was in his 40s. Although he had been somewhat known in the British theater world, Stewart didn't really see his career take off until he would land this incredibly iconic role. He would go on to play Professor X in the X-Men series, among many other notable roles such as recurring roles in the animated series American Dad, and narrating Seth MacFarlane's film Ted. Now heading into his 80s, Stewart has enjoyed quite a career for himself, being nominated for almost every possible award out there, and winning a handful of them, including a Grammy. In at number 9, Larry David. If you don't know him from the hit show Curb Your Enthusiasm, then you'd know him from Seinfeld. He didn't appear in front of the camera all that much, but David was the co-creator of the show alongside Jerry Seinfeld. After working on Saturday Night Live as a writer and quitting in its first season, David would go on to write a pilot for NBC called The Seinfeld Chronicles. Eventually it'd be turned into Seinfeld, which is one of the most successful shows in history. David would go on to win 2 Emmys for his part in the show, and get nominated an incredible 19 times. Let's not forget he created the show when he was 42 years old, and he's been making millions, if not hundreds of millions per year from syndication. I know it seems like a lot of money, but it's been reported in 1998 the show made him $250 million. That's in a single year, guys. I can't imagine how much money this man actually has. Coming at number 8, we got Octavia Spencer. Now Spencer had a decent career leading up to her big break. She landed small roles in productions such as Spider-Man, Bad Santa, Coach Carter, and TV series such as Ugly Betty, NYPD Blues, and CSI New York. But it seems her big break as a Hollywood star wouldn't come until she was 40 years old, starring alongside Emma Stone and Viola Davis in the movie The Help. Following that breakout role, which won her an Oscar, Spencer has been doing quite well for herself, getting back-to-back Oscar nominations for Best Supporting Actress in 2017 and 2018. In at number 7, Alan Rickman. Many of you know him as Professor Snape in the Harry Potter series, but Rickman's breakout role came at the age of 42 when he starred alongside Bruce Willis in everyone's favorite Christmas movie, Die Hard. Following the 1988 hit, Rickman would go on to land roles in numerous films, such as Robin Hood, the Harry Potter series, the film adaptation of Sweeney Todd, and Lee Daniels' The Butler, among many others. Unfortunately, Rickman passed away at the young age of 69 back in 2016, but I have no doubt that if he were still around, he'd be continuing his incredible career both on stage and on camera. Coming at number 6, we got Melissa McCarthy. McCarthy did land a role on Gilmore Girls and voiced a character in Kim Possible prior to a breakout role in the film Bridesmaid when she was 41. But following the hit movie, McCarthy really got her name out there and has gone on to be a staple in the comedy scene of Hollywood. Aside from being a lead in the show Mike and Molly, McCarthy has gone on to star in the films The Heat, Spy, and is rumored to play Ursula in the upcoming live action of The Little Mermaid. I always feel like I'm saying her name wrong, Ursula. It's not Ursula, it's Ursula. It's a weird name. Moving on to number 5, Viola Davis. Aside from starring alongside Octavia Spencer in The Help, in which she was nominated for Best Actress, Davis also had solidified her role as a star after landing the role in the hit TV series How to Get Away with Murder. She's also been in Suicide Squad and will be one of the few returning cast members to the sequel, and became the first black actor to win the Triple Crown of acting. She's won an Oscar, an Emmy, and a Tony. Although Davis had quite a successful career on stage, it wasn't until she was in her early 40s that she would be given the opportunity to show the film and TV world how incredible of a performance she could really have. And at number 4, Steve Carell. If you don't know him from The Office, you know him from The 40-Year-Old Virgin. If you don't know him from The 40-Year-Old Virgin, it's from Anchorman. Regardless of where you know him from, Steve didn't have an easy go with this whole acting thing. He had some roles here and there, but 2005, when Steve was 42 years old, really seemed to be his breakout year. Between the lead role of Andy in The 40-Year-Old Virgin and of course everyone's favorite sitcom, The Office, Carell's career really skyrocketed. He'd go on to star as Michael Scott in The Office for 8 years and has been enjoying the perks of being the lead in a fan-favorite TV show for the past 15 years. And at number 3 we got Leslie Jones. A struggling stand-up comedian, Jones, at the age of 47, became a regular cast member on Saturday Night Live. After landing the role, she quickly became a fan favorite of the show and saw how quickly your life could turn around. Prior to SNL, she landed small parts in films such as National Security, starring Martin Lawrence, but nothing that was really career-changing the way SNL seemed to be. After becoming such a popular cast member on the sketch comedy show, Jones would get cast in the all-female version of Ghostbusters, and although it didn't get the best reception, it led her to other roles such as a voiceover role in the Angry Birds movie 2 and Coming to America, which is expected to be released sometime in 2020. Number 2, Samuel L. Jackson. It seems like this guy's been around since I can remember, and that makes sense considering how I'm 25 and he didn't really make it in Hollywood until 1991 when he was 43. After landing a role in the film Jungle Fever, Jackson would go on to work with Quentin Tarantino in what's probably one of his best roles as Jules Winfield in Pulp Fiction, which was released in 1994. Shout out the year I was born. What's up? Jackson has gone on to work in multiple Tarantino films such as Jackie Brown and Django Unchained. He's also now known as Nick Fury in the Marvel Universe and has just under 200 IMDb credits at the time of this recording, which is unheard of. This man's had quite a career, and it's crazy to think it all started when he was in his 40s. He's allegedly the biggest box office star in Hollywood, with his films grossing more than $7 billion in total, but I mean, how could he not be? It seems like this guy is in a dozen movies a year. And coming in at number 1, Bryan Cranston. He's made headlines for playing Walter White in what's been dubbed one of the best, if not the best TV show of all time, Breaking Bad. It is the best, but that's irrelevant, I guess. But before he was a terminally ill, frustrated high school teacher that turned to selling blue crystals to financially support his family after he goes, Cranston played the lovable dad in Malcolm in the Middle. How? Although the show starred Frankie Muniz, Cranston set himself up for quite the career playing his dad, Hal. Following his 6 years on the show, which got him a few Emmy and Golden Globe nominations, Cranston would continue working for a couple years and then land his role as Walter White, which would lead to a ton of nominations as well as a few wins. And that does it for the top 10 celebrities who got famous in their 40s. You gotta let me know in that comment section down below who else you feel should have been on this list. Do you guys want a part 2? Let us know in that comments down below. For now, we gotta reply to some comments from the video, what really happened in grade A under A. Hafukin said, title of the video, what really happened in grade A under A? Jared, truth be told, no one really knows what happened. I'm not gonna lie and be like, this is what happened for sure. That was just totally me being transparent. I don't like to lie to you guys. I'm very straight up, and no one knows because he kind of went ghost, so I can only give you what I think happened, and that's the truth. IceSword1728 said, I believe he just ran out of content. I mean, how many complaining videos can you make before you start running out of topics to complain about? Oh, if I made a YouTube channel that's complaining about there would be a lot to complain about. Like, there are a lot. Number 1, Dallas Cowboys fans. I could go on for like 20 minutes about that alone. Number 2, the fact that for some reason the English language is spelt out with words right in front of my face, yet for some reason I still keep stumbling. That's true right there, and I could go on for like at least an hour. Shellbell539 said, I'm starting a new cult and a poster of Jared is my leader. I'm actually flattered, thank you. Thank you that you consider me to be that much of a figure that you would praise me. As long as you don't do anything like violent or criminal, I would gladly be your cult leader. Maybe like we're a cult of love or something and we just run around telling people to love each other and giving people hugs. Because I'm not a violent person. I don't want you going around, you know, doing some Charles Manson in my name. Nope. Don't attach me to that. That ain't me. Just, we're gonna stop right there. And that does it for the top 10 celebrities who made it in their 40s. You guys wanna stick around for the bloopers because there's probably a good 25 minutes of bloopers, even though this video is not 25 minutes long. We're gonna end it there. My name is Jared Bronson. We'll see you in the next one. So today we'll be counting down the top 40 celebrities who got famous in their 40s. I said top 40 celebrities and it's top 10. So we're gonna try that again. It's a weird place for a tag. It's like the side of my shirt. McCarthy has gone on to star in the films The Heat, Spy, and is being rumored to play Ursula in the upcoming live action of The Little Mermaid. And is being rumored to play Ursula in the and is rumored to play. Nope. It wasn't until she was in her early 40s that the film and TV world would be given. Let's just for good measure do it again. It wasn't until she was in her early 40s that the film and TV world would be given the opportunity. It wasn't until she was in her early 40s that the film and TV world would see the opportunity. It's not happening. Not today. Carell's career really skyrocketed. You gotta let me know in that comment section down below You gotta let me know in that comment section down below who else you guys gotta let me know in that comment section below who else you gotta let me know in that comment section down below who else you gotta let me know in that comment section down below who else you feel should have been on this list. Do you guys want a part 2? Let us know in that comments down below.